There we go.
I see it.
Can you share it? Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining Jenna and I. I'm Tara, creator of Heart and Soul Essentials, and we are going to be chatting about chakras and Young Living essential oils today.
And I'm Jenna. I have been using essential oils for about 5 years, and I got started with them when I was in a really tough place in my life. In a matter of 4 days, we experienced a job loss, a birthday, a tragic death of a family member, and the birth of our second child. So this had me in quite a bit of a roller coaster of emotions, but within about a month of all of this happening, essential oils literally walked right into the path of my life, and energy work followed soon after. So energy work and oils could not be a better match for each other. So I'm really excited to be here with Tara tonight to teach you guys how these things can fit.
Yay! I think in my emails, if you guys that are watching got my emails, I was like, Jenna's the oily guru. Just like, yeah, I'm so excited that we get to collaborate and do all this together too. So, where do you want to start? The chakras? Should we start there?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Just a sec here. I'm just going to see if I can pull up comments. This is our first time doing this, so thank you all for joining us. There we go. Okay. So, as you know, everything is energy, and I'm a pranic energy healing instructor and a sound healing practitioner. So I love, love, love working with the energy and working with the chakra system. And normally I work with the 11 chakra system, but today we're going to work with the 7 chakra system.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, and I can tell you a little bit about what an essential oil is.
Yes.
So, basically, they're just aromatic, volatile liquids that come from plants. They can come from any part of the plant. So the roots, excuse me, the seeds, the shrubs, the flowers, the leaves, and they promote health and wellness to our body. They can reach every part of our body on a cellular level. The abilities of essential oils work within our limbic system in the brain where our emotions are stored. And so this is the basis of why they work so well with chakras and self-growth work.
Nice.
I can keep going if you want.
No, I love that. And I'm studying herbology as well. So all that information too, and just feeling, I'm a feeler. I feel everything with my hands. And so even to be able to feel the energy of the oils and everything is so neat. Yeah, it's so cool. So what do I want to say? That I can feel the energy, but I don't necessarily have the education and know what the oils are actually for. But yeah, so I think I want to mention about our auras. So we all have an aura. Well, we have many different auras, but for basics, we all have an aura, which is an egg-shaped energy field around our physical body. And so energy goes into our aura first before it goes into our physical body. And so generally when we get sick, it's been hanging out in our aura for much longer than we think. So first, energy, everything like that, contaminates our energy body around our physical body first. And then if it's there for long enough, then it starts to go into our actual physical body. And so oils definitely help cleanse your energy and they help balance your energy. Yeah. So we're going to start at the basic chakra first.
Hold on one sec. I want to tell one more thing.
Oh, yes.
So about our limbic system and our olfactory system and why just smelling an oil can be so powerful. So our olfactory system is like our nose, our smell sense, and it's the only one of the 5 senses that's directly connected to our brain. All of the other senses have to go through our thalamus, which is then directed to the cerebral cortex and the other brain regions. So each sensing cell is a receptor. So it's like the operator of the person picking up the phone and the other end of your call. So each receptor in the nose will react to some sense and not to other sense. Each of these sense cells is directly linked to the brain by one nerve fiber. So in a way, it's difficult to sense a smell and first think about it before you have a response. The signal does not travel first to the thought centers because each sensing cell is a direct contact with the chemical that our nose is sensing. And the cell is in direct contact with the brain, making it really powerful. So our olfactory region of the brain is closely associated with this limbic region, which is the center of all of our emotions, our memory, our sex drive, our intuition. And it's also connected to the parts of the brain that control like things that we don't even think about. So like our heart rate and our breathing rate, blood pressure, stress levels. The olfactory region connects to our hypothalamus, which controls our entire hormonal system by influencing our pituitary. So this gives us a good idea as to why the aromatic compounds of plants or essential oils can have such an aromatherapeutic effect. So if we inhale the oil, so if we take our bottle and we just smell it, and if that oil has calming properties, it's literally going to tell our brain to just chill out. And then our whole body will follow suit.
That totally makes sense, right? Because everything is made of energy and we all are vibrating at a certain frequency. And so each plant, each oil has their own frequency vibration. So if we're sick or whatever it is that we're going through, if we're not operating at 100%, right? Just by smelling those oils or however, we'll be able to bring in those cells into our body too and raise our frequency that way.
Exactly. Yeah. Which also brings so there's like therapy localization. So if you've got a sore back or if you've got a headache or sore stomach, something like that, if you take your oils and you actually apply them to those places, you're basically telling your brain, like, I know you're sending out a gazillion signals, but focus here for 1 minute. So it is sort of a mental thing, but you're using your tools this way.
Right, it's backwards.
You're using your tools to help your brain focus on wherever it is that you need to fix or improve.
Oh, yeah, that's so neat. I mean, I use essential oils all the time, but really I'm more like, I like the smell and I know that this is supposed to do something, but so that's good to know. And setting your intention too, right? Yeah. It's a big deal as well.
Yeah. And that's why, so say you smell, like some people will smell lavender and are just completely repulsed by it, or any oil. It's because something that's gone on in your past triggers that response typically.
Right. Yeah.
And then it brings you back to that smell. Lots of people will say they smell patchouli and it reminds them of their grandma, like stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah. And then it triggers a core memory. Hey.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh, neat. Okay. I feel like I'm just like going to be totally real, but I feel like when you were introducing yourself that we kind of just rushed through, right? Just trying to. So can we go back to what brought you into oils? So you went through some really traumatic, life-changing stuff. And then how did you find the oils really helped you?
They literally walked in front of my Facebook feed and walked into my life, but they were something like I was just dealing with emotions all over the place. Um, so just using the oils, I really focused on, like, I started with the starter bundle, and there's so many oils in there that have like huge calming effects and just helping with sleep. I had a newborn. And I had all these crazy dreams going on. So just helping with sleep, using the oils that were in the starter kit that I had in my hands, or got put in my hands so early. Um, they just they just totally calmed me, and I actually found myself then like recognizing when I started to feel like I was spiraling or feeling like I was becoming really emotional about certain things, that all I had to do was just to grab my oil and just like take a sniff of it initially, and it just helped me calm and be able to kind of focus on what it was that I needed to deal with at the moment. I had 2 kids that I needed to deal with, as well as all of these emotions. So
Oh, nice.
and then it just kind of went, the oils kind of went from there. Like, I got my starter kit and I was using the oils that were within that, but I knew kind of what it was that I got into oils because of the emotions.
Yeah.
And just started doing some research and realizing that there was more oils out there. Release was probably the very first oil that I got after my starter kit, and it's just an oil, the way it's formulated and the oils that are in there based on their frequencies are there to just help us release all of the negative traumas and tensions that we're holding within. So between getting more involved in the energy work, it helped me release. And I mean, it didn't happen overnight. It was lots of stuff that went on, but I never had to go on any medications for postpartum or depression or anything like that. And I was probably close to that.
Yeah. It's so nice when you're, sorry, just hang on a moment. Try that. Yeah, they just do so much. And I know I use them quite a bit when I'm doing treatments and stuff, just diffusing them and whatnot. And I know we're talking about starter kit oils today, but I love that there's different ones that they're formulated the right way for the right frequency. So if somebody is needing, release, like you said, but even doing some inner child work, there's that inner child oil. That's like I use that one quite a bit. And I use the envision one too, when we're like totally bringing to a different consciousness and stuff like that. So there's quite a few other ones that we're not. Yeah. So I love it.
Yeah. No, I honestly don't know. I know that I wouldn't be at this point in my self-growth and my life had energy and oils not like walked up and said, "Hey, you need me."
Yeah. Actually, this kind of reminds me. I remember I was working a pretty stressful job, and so I'd be using quite a few oils. And I can remember some people coming into the office and just being super ready because everybody was unhappy and angry, and they would come into the office and we'd be diffusing essential oils, and they would come in and all of a sudden they're just like hanging out and talking to us. So they work so quick.
And that's so, on that note too, there's hundreds and thousands of oils out there, but the quality of them is so important, because any company can write that their oil is pure on the bottle, as long as they've put 5% pure oil within the bottle.
Really?
The rest of the 95% of the bottle can have whatever they want in there. So that's why so many times people have tried an oil and not gotten a response, or they've not gotten kind of what they've expected from it is because they're basically putting them, like, who knows if it's coconut oil or if it, whatever it is that they're adding to it to dilute it, making it cheaper. But then you're not getting the results that you're looking for, and you're not going to get any results by using an oil once. It's something that you need to use consistently. You need to be every day or a couple times a day, and you don't have to use the same oil to get all of these chakra benefits, energy benefits. But if you're trying to deal with a sore back or a headache or something physical like that, you can't put an oil on once and be like, oh, it's not gone. Like, put it on a couple times. You should see an improvement with an essential oil within 60 seconds of application. And if you don't, you're using the wrong oil, because they're a living thing, right? So not every frequency, every oil is going to work for every person. So if you don't see an improvement, if you've got a headache and you apply peppermint, you're not seeing an improvement with that headache within a minute, try a different oil. Try panoe, grab thieves, grab frankincense, something else. And it may not go away in a minute, but you should see some sort of an improvement.
That makes total sense. And like we had talked about earlier, how every plant has a different frequency, a different vibration, right? So if this certain thing isn't working, maybe you need a higher frequency. Exactly. So neat. I like that.
And that's exactly why, like, peppermint doesn't help my headaches. Aroma Seeds does, but it's got basil and a whole bunch of other things in it. Whereas peppermint, I know, works wonders for so many people for headaches. So, and it depends on the different kind of headache, and that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, totally. I was like, I don't know. I like the feel of peppermint. I straight up, and I know you have to dilute some, but I straight up put it on because when I do have a headache, just that cooling sensation really helps me too. I really like it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to should we start with chakras now?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. I haven't talked about how to put the oils on, but.
Oh, okay. Do you want to talk about that first?
Sure. I'll just give a real quick. So there's 3 ways you can use your oils. You can use them in a diffuser, like this.
Beautiful.
You can, and then you're getting all of the aromatic benefits. So everything that we've kind of just been talking about, you're going to get that straight to your limbic system. You can apply them topically. So all you have to do is you take your oil, put it on your wrist, on your neck, on your feet, behind your ears, wherever it is that you want to bring focus to. So you put it right on your skin. And Tara mentioned about having to dilute. Sometimes the oils can cause like a burning sensation or a rash. And all you need to do is then grab some coconut oil or any kind of like vegetable oil complex like that, put it on top, and it will take the burning away right away. For kids under 6, typically we suggest that you dilute every oil before you apply it to your kids. My kids hardly ever get them diluted, but they've been oily for 5 years. So
yeah.
And then the other way is internally. So there's in Canada, we have a plus line of oils, and they're used for food flavoring. Once you cook with them, it's going to destroy the properties of the oil. So you're basically just getting the food flavoring part of it. Down in the States, they have a Vitality line, which is the oil in the Vitality bottle is the same oil that's in a non-Vitality bottle, but they're labeled different for regulation and purposes.
Oh, interesting.
You can take those oils and put them in capsules and use them. So depending on whatever it is that you're working with, there's lots of different recipes and oils that you can take internally as well. And that's where it's super important to make sure that you know what is in the oil that you're ingesting. Because if they're not legit 100% pure, like Young Living's are, and we know that because we have our Seed to Seal promise of Young Living people being the only people to touch our products or oils from planting all the way through to harvest, distilling, bottling, and shipping. So when they say that it's a peppermint oil, that whole bottle is 100% peppermint oil.
And so I've ran into this too. Different times of harvesting will also change the scent of the oil, hey?
Yes. Yep.
I'm a super huge peppermint user. And so some bottles, and my kids know this too, they'll be like, oh, is that one? Because some of them do smell different. And it's like, oh, this is a good one. So, well, they're all good, but they just have a little bit of a different smell depending when they're harvested.
Yeah.
Neat. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now you can talk.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So we've talked about the aura, the energy field around our body. And then we also have energy centers in our body. We actually have hundreds of chakras. So we've got energy centers called chakras. And we're just going to talk about 7 main energy centers. So we're going to start with the basic chakra or the root chakra. And our root chakra is the base of our spine, our tailbone area. And I have a really hard time saying root. So I'm going to talk in basic. So our basic chakra is connected to our tailbone area, and it controls it controls the lower part of the body from our hips going all the way down to our toes. And it also, to some extent, controls our digestive system. It controls our bowels. It controls our intestines a little bit, and our blood cells, and so much more. Jenna will probably fill you in on a little bit more of that. And it's also our willpower. So our will to live, all that stuff. So if you're finding yourself really tired and really maybe depressed even, we probably have a really depleted basic chakra. And the whole idea is we want our chakras to match the size of our aura. So if they're depleted and really small, we probably don't have very good willpower, and our body's not functioning properly. So we probably have some sort of disease in our body that is being created by chakras not functioning properly. And even the strength, like our muscular system and our skeletal system too. If our basic chakra is depleted or congested, where it's getting way too much energy, then we need to balance it. And essential oils can totally balance it. So which oils work really good for the basic chakra or the root?
So some really good ones are thieves. And basically, it's a blend of oils that are can really help to influence healing and to create a feeling of protection and courage.
Okay, yeah.
So it also helps to boost our immune system. So the fact that you're saying that if you're with your skeletal system and there potentially being a disease, I'm not saying that thieves is going to cure that.
No.
But it can help boost our immune system. So this is one, like I put this on my kids' feet every single day before they go to school, just to boost our immune systems. But it also helps with that feeling of protection. Stress Away is another one. This one's not in the starter bundle, but it contains a blend of oils that can help us overcome exhaustion, lift our mood when we're feeling less than ideal. And basically the name Stress Away kind of can tell you what it's capable of. And then the third one actually that is really kind of powerful and really underused is Copaiba. So this one helps just to elevate our mood overall and lift any feelings of sadness that we may be feeling. It's got so many uses beyond just all of this energy stuff as well, including teething babies and pain. It's very calming. And it will actually also, if you use it with any other oil, so if you're going to use it with Stress Away, or you're going to use it with thieves, it's going to amplify the effects of those oils. So it's going to help clear that chakra, or balance that chakra a whole lot faster.
Nice. I totally love that one. I know when I do, When I am using other oils, I always put that one on top. I actually didn't really know why, but now speaking of that, yeah, makes sense.
It's very calming. It smells great in the diffuser with basically anything as well. So.
Yeah, I've made some bath salt blends with a little bit of it in, and that's okay, right?
Oh, totally. It's actually one of my favorite ones to put in some Epsom salts. I usually do like Panaway and Copaiba with some Epsom salts just for like aches and pains and that kind of thing. But you can put it, it's good for any kind of pain.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, that totally gets me thinking. Okay, I'll totally go off track. All right. Okay. Do you have anything more? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. One more thing. So when you're using these and we're using them to help with our chakras, again, back to the therapy localization, use them like on your spine, use them on your like lower back, use them on your feet. I like to talk with my kids about being rooted in the ground, and I'll get them to close their eyes and pretend to lift them out and just tell them to be a tree and keep your feet on the ground. So often, like I said, I'll put the thieves on their feet. Any of these oils can go there. And use different affirmations when you're using them, because then it's going to make you focus on what it is that you want, and how to use your oils. So you can put them on your wrists and smell with your affirmations. You can just say your affirmations and rub it on your spine. You can use it in the diffuser. But being intentional with using the oils, it sounds funny, but it totally works.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Okay, and so then basic chakra is the base of our spine, tailbone area, and then we move up into our sex chakra, our sacral chakra. And so that one is located just above the pubic bone area. And so our sex chakra, which really, where do I want to say with this one? So sex chakra controls our sex organs, anything like that. Again, large and small intestines, our urinary system, all that stuff. And to some extent, our creativity as well is in our sex chakra. And so if it is congested, if it's over energized, it can create issues. And if it's depleted, it can create issues too, because we need just that balance there. And so if you're finding yourself not being creative at all, then you probably have something going on with your sex chakra. And a lot of and sexual dysfunction too happens in our sex chakra as well. And what else? It keeps taking me back to the basic chakra. Like I haven't spoken enough about the basic chakra. Hold on. So as I talk, there's so much intuition and messages that pop in, and I'm trying to keep it really filtered and not too off topic.
All good.
Go ahead, Jenna, because I'm just gonna ride this one out for a minute.
Okay. So this one, so like you said, like feeling stuck and bored in life. And when I feel like I'm kind of in a rut, or I don't really know what I need to be working on or where I need to be going, or just to get out of bed, things like that. Lemon and peppermint are the things that I throw in the diffuser, and I didn't even kind of put it all together, but feeling stuck, feeling kind of like, so it makes sense now knowing that with why I would choose lemon and peppermint. Lemon is super uplifting, and it's got really, really powerful cleansing properties. So when I think of cleansing properties, I think of like cleaning your floors and your windows, kinds of things.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing within our bodies. We can take the lemon plus oil and throw it in our bottle of water, stainless steel, no plastic, and it's going to help to clear out our body that way as well, and get rid of all of that stuckness.
Okay, thank you. So this is where I was going with it. is in our sex chakras. And as women having babies, we have so much trauma and stuff in our sex chakra, in our womb. And so we definitely don't give ourselves enough credit for growing a human in our womb. And so it does create a lot of different blockages and stuff like that. And generally when we're stressed, like just normal day-to-day, everyday stuff, right? We're like, oh, that sucked and whatever, but I dealt with it. But really what you're doing is you're taking all that stuff and you're shoving it into your sex chakra. So then at the end of the day, you're super bloated and you're like, I don't understand why I'm bloated or what's going on. But really, when you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, this happened, but I dealt with that. No, actually, I put it all into my sex chakra. So doing things like putting the oils and stuff and ingesting them really helps disperse and break up all that energy by raising your frequency of all of the kind of lower vibrational thoughts and stuff that we had to deal with and that we kind of have going on in there.
So, and on that note, like how many women are scared to show their midriff because they're holding stuff there, but yet we've all grown, like we've grown babies. Our bodies have done incredible, powerful, amazing things that we need to stop feeling embarrassed of that. We need to release these feelings because that alone is going to help us release this stuff around our middle. Just releasing the thoughts, these negative thoughts we have about it.
Yeah, I find that definitely. And actually, I just had a client come in and see me the other day, and she's like, I lose so much weight after one of our treatments. Like it's like 6 pounds or so. And she said it's just because we finally go through and we pull all that trauma out of the sex chakras where it usually is all stored. So even like doing these things, the oils and the energy treatments and stuff like that really help with all of it. And so that we can have a different way of thinking about our bodies too and stuff like that.
Oh, crazy. So lemon and peppermint are the two oils that I feel very strongly for this chakra, and lemon because kind of what we talked about. But peppermint is the same. There's a plus oil for peppermint that we can throw in our water, or it's a strong one, but that we can ingest to help us clear all of this stuff out. Again, peppermint. So peppermint and lemon in the diffuser is such an uplifting and powerful blend just to kind of start, like it's with all of our senses and stuff, getting us out of that rut and moving beyond that. It can help us with if we're feeling angry and upset. It can lift us out of that. Peppermint, so it elevates and opens up our sensory system. It's a strong oil, so you smell it very easily and it opens things up.
There is, oh, sorry. I really want to say something about the peppermint. So in pranic healing, so I'm just going to give you a little like kind of insight in pranic healing is we use colors in certain levels of pranic healing. We use colors, and there's a couple colors that have bleaching effects. And so green is a bleaching color that bleaches away and disintegrates all of those negativities, those toxins and stuff. So if you're using a green leaf, a green plant, peppermint, you would definitely be disintegrating those energies as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, and it's like, so peppermint is also like, it's recognized by Health Canada to help like relieve joint and muscle pains with strains and sprains and arthritis, which is pretty cool. Again, we can inhale it. It helps calm us. And we can also use it to reduce symptoms of cough and cold. So if you're starting to feel something coming on, you can use peppermint to help you relieve that. And also for like digestive discomfort, which is right in your sacral area. So.
That's okay. So as you're talking about cough and cold, right? It goes into our throat chakra. and goes down. Our sex chakra and our throat chakras are actually so very connected. So if you've got stuff going on in your sex chakra, you probably also have stuff going on in your throat chakra. And so if you have stuff going on in your throat chakra, same thing. You probably have some stuff going on in your sex chakra. And so when we get into the throat chakra, if you're not speaking your truth and being like really honest with yourself and to the people around you, it can create problems, but it can also create problems in the sex chakra. So it just totally makes sense when you say peppermint and when you're getting like that cough and cold, you really want to put it in, but it works in both spaces.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Sorry, were you done?
Yeah, nope, that's all I've got for that one.
Okay. What do we have next? The solar plexus chakra. So we have our solar plexus chakra, which is right in the hollow area of our rib cage in both the front and the back of our body. We have a front axis and a back axis, going into a little bit of pranic healing. But so this controls our emotions. If we're sad, if we're angry, if we're grieving, all of that stuff sits in our solar plexus. And also greed, any kind of energies like that is all in there. Guilt is another one. So those are in there. And that controls our kidneys, our adrenals, gallbladder, diaphragm, all of that stuff sitting right there, and our large and small intestines a bit as well. And so if we have any ailments going on with that, that's really connected with our solar plexus chakra. So if we're under a lot of stress, if we have lots of stress, it's because we probably have a super congested solar plexus chakra, and we want to pull a lot of that energy out because those are like really toxic, lower vibrational. And so sometimes we're born with that, right? So if we're born from our parents, maybe our mom was really stressed while she was pregnant, and then we carry it as well. So we just really need to work on that as well. So if you're getting indigestion or heartburn or anything like that, if you have troubles breathing in all the way down to your belly, you probably have a lot of stuff going on in your solar plexus. So yeah, Jenna, go ahead.
Cool. Yeah, so that's like you're talking about your stomach and stuff like that being there, your intestines. So the oils that actually are really powerful in this, one of them anyways, is digize.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Digize is like, I don't know, it's one of the most powerful oils out there for digestive discomfort. So any kinds of like pains in that area, putting some digize onto your hand and rubbing right onto your stomach to help relieve so many like immediate things. Obviously, it's not going to release, but it's going to start. It's going to help you with the releasing of the stuff that you don't want there. If you ever feel bloated in that area, digize is another one great for that. And it contains, so it's a blend of oils. So that means there's a bunch of different oils within it. And some of the oils that are within this blend are really uplifting and empowering and can actually like influence our physical energy.
Nice.
Another one, Panaway. So I mentioned this one briefly earlier. Again, this one is to help you let go of angry feelings that prevent us from forgiving and moving forward.
That one's Panaway?
Panaway, yeah.
Really? Oh, I had no idea.
No, yeah. So typically when somebody thinks of Panaway, they're thinking of like pain away.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and totally. That's what it's like 99% of the time people are using it because they've got a physical.
Right. I don't know.
Or you can use it. What's that?
Oh, you just froze. I don't know if it's my computer or your internet, whatever.
Am I okay now?
You're okay now. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you can pair the Panaway with Copaiba, or you can use the Panaway just by itself and just like Epsom salt baths, put it right on your aches and pains. And like, this is the one that made my husband the believer. Your aches and pains are disappearing.
Nice.
So, and then lemon. Again, full cleansing property. So again, it's going to help you get rid of that stuff. Can improve your clarity of thought and boost your memory, and promotes a sense of well-being and like good physical energy.
That totally. Oh, Jenna, you're frozen again. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that totally makes sense. I like having this conversation with you because as you're talking, I'm just kind of looking and making the connection. That's cool.
Oh, and that's like me. Like, I use the oils for these certain things, but I've never really connected the chakra part of it. So
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you done with the solar plexus? Okay. So then we're going to move on to our heart chakra. So our heart chakra, that energy center, sits in the center of our chest. It's not off to the side. And so we have our front and back heart chakra. And so again, the heart, loving kindness, all of that stuff controls the actual physical heart. And it also controls our shoulders. It goes down to our hands. So if we have we have a broken heart, if we have stuff going on in our heart chakra, we can actually feel like we have carpal tunnel and arthritis, stuff going on in our hands, all that stuff. And sore wrists, aches and pains, and even up the back of the neck. Maybe you have a sore neck and maybe your shoulder blades are tight, and it's just all stuff that's going on in our heart chakra. What else? And so if our solar plexus is really congested and has lots of energy, but then and our heart chakra is depleted, that's when there's lots of, what do I want to say? Control and greed is when you have so much emotion here and you really don't care about anyone else. Like, you're just like, whatever, I don't care. But that's when we need to balance out our heart chakra and make sure our heart chakra is balanced and getting the right amount of energy into it so that we can have that loving kindness. And really, the solar plexus is all about yourself, and then the heart is about everybody else. So we really need to balance that and open it up. And if your heart chakra is too congested and has too much energy going on in it, then you're probably I want to say like a pushover. You're probably doing way too much for everybody else and not taking care of yourself at all. So then you have all these emotions and everything stuck in your heart, and then it's hurting your shoulders and your neck and all that stuff too. So just a little bit about the heart chakra and our lungs too. It controls. So
wow. that all makes so much sense. Like, so the oil for this one, and as you're saying all of that, like, I just have RC is what I initially thought. So RC is really good for like symptoms of cough and cold. And then being that, like you said, our heart chakra is part of kind of controls our lungs. So the RC can help with circulation throughout the lungs and anything with the respiratory system. So
yes,
it can help free and open that up. Excuse me. It's also a very grounding oil and a very uplifting oil kind of at the same time.
Oh, neat.
But all of the stuff that you're saying, Panaway is also going to be a really good one, because if you're experiencing all of those aches and pains, all of like shoulders and stuff like that, Panaway is going to be amazing to help you release that pain and kind of help to work at balancing that chakra. And there was one other one that I was thinking, it's not in the starter kit, but Joy.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Such a good oil for this kind of stuff. So you can take the Joy oil and rub it right over your heart, and it's the whole point of it is to make you focus on joy and to bring joy into your life. And if you're being a pushover, or if you're not caring, like if you're being a pushover, you're obviously not caring about your joy.
Yeah.
And if your chakra's too small and you're not worried about anyone else, the joy that you're bringing around is not going to be there. So the joy oil is so powerful for the heart.
So balancing, hey?
Yeah.
Well, everything, I guess, is balancing, but so they all have such cleansing properties and I want to say like high elevation, just really bringing your frequency up so much so that if your frequency is high, then disease and those stressors can't actually adhere and sit in your body because there's no space for them, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you like your body can't feel fear and joy at the same time. So if you're using the oil, oh, did I freeze?
Yep.
Okay. If you're bringing, so you can't experience fear and joy at the same time. So if you're using joy essential oil, like the bottle says joy on it. So you're thinking now about joy. You're putting joy on your heart. You're wanting to bring joy to yourself. So that fear emotion it may not completely disappear, but as soon as you start focusing on a different, more positive emotion,
Yeah.
it's gonna bring your frequency up. It's gonna help you shift your mood. It's gonna take you from that angry yelling at your children phase to maybe it's not so bad.
Yeah. That's cool. So that's a good one as well. So from a kind of an entrepreneur perspective, I guess, when you're trying to put out new content and stuff like that, you just mentioned fear. So I totally like that because then you're living out of your solar plexus energy and not your heart. And so if you're trying to create new content, if you're trying to like put it out there, but then there's like speaking from experience, but then there's that part of you that is too scared to do it because you're like, oh, I don't know. I don't think I should do that. Then you're kind of sinking down into that lower vibration. And so using oils like the joy oil will totally bring you back up. So that would be a really good one to be diffusing and wearing while you're doing business stuff too, right?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. Neat.
And it's like there's so many times where I feel like I'm in a rut, or I don't feel the courage to put something out there. I don't like all these kinds of things. I mean, even tonight, this is a completely different way of presenting this kind of material. So the Valor oil.
Oh yeah.
Comes out, which is like bravery and courage, and knowing that you're enough. So
I love that.
There's so much beyond just making your house smell
good. Smell pretty and clean.
Exactly. Yeah.
All the fresh smells. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
And there's really no wrong way to use them, right? Like you're using joy or RC to help your heart chakra and you accidentally put it on your shoulders or you put it on your feet. Like it's still going to get in your body.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's still going to get into all of the cells in your body. So that's one of the, there we go.
Did I freeze?
That's one of the things that people are always so nervous about is they just don't know how to use them. And there's really, they're powerful, but they're not going to hurt you.
I want to ask, and I'm sure that you mentioned this earlier, but what do you think is the most powerful way to use the oil, like diffusing, ingesting, topically?
I think it all. I think it all depends on what you're using them for. Because, for example, if you have a teething baby and you diffuse copaiba, they're not going to get relief on their gums from just smelling it.
Okay, yeah.
You need to take it and you need to actually put it where they're feeling the pain. But whereas with joy, you're going to get the benefits from smelling it in your diffuser, putting it on your heart, on your chest. You're going to get the benefits from both. By putting it right onto your skin, it's going to get into your cells in your body and start doing their work a lot faster than it is, because when you smell it, it's going to take about 20 minutes to get into every cell in your body. Whereas when you put them on your wrists, it's already on some of your cells, right?
Right. Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Neat. Yeah.
Depends what you're going after. Like,
Right.
and same thing, aches and pains. Like if your back hurts because you threw it out or were shoveling snow or something like that, you're not going to get relief from your back pain by smelling the diffuser.
Okay. That makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we moving on to the throat? Okay. So our throat chakra, and we actually have a major throat chakra and a throat minor chakra, but we're going to talk about our throat chakra. And so our throat chakra, I'm like so blown away by all the information. Sorry.
Good.
Definitely, again, controls our throat, controls our jaw. So if we have any dental stuff going on, it's probably coming from our throat chakra too. Controls our neck, all of that stuff, our voice, our thoughts. And Jenny, you can go into that one too. Definitely positive affirmations there really help you with your throat chakra.
Totally. So like just saying, I am proud of who I am, or I am safe to speak my truth. Things like that are really, really important when using oils for your throat. Lavender is probably one of the biggest ones for this. Lavender is known to kind of work and balance wherever it's needed. So basically, if you don't know what to use, you can use lavender and you're probably going to see some kind of benefit from it. But it just helps to promote consciousness, love, a sense of well-being. It's actually the oil of communication. So
oh yeah, that makes sense.
Makes total sense for your throat, because typically if you're not speaking your truth, which is why when you put it on, say your affirmations. I am safe to speak my truth.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I know, like, just through experience with myself and with clients that come in and see me, if like going back to that, if you're not speaking your truth, like say there's so much. If you're working a job where you can't speak up for yourself, you're like jamming it up in your throat chakra. If you're in a relationship where you can't speak up for yourself and you can't do the things that really are important to you and mean a lot to you, if you're like kind of shrinking yourself to fit in a certain box, is what I like to call it. I haven't said that in so long, but then you're definitely not speaking your truth. And so then that creates so many dental problems. And even like speaking for myself, I've had tons of dental work because I was definitely not speaking in my truth, like just relationship stuff, job stuff, all of that, like inner healing stuff. None of it was really where I was at. And it took a while to figure out where I should be. But yeah, it created like lots of dental stuff and even like sinus stuff too as well. So just a little bit of connection there. It's pretty neat.
So another thing, again, an oil outside of the starter kit, but this Valor is really good for like if you clench your teeth, or like I've got TMJ.
Yeah.
And so you can use this. It's also kind of known as chiropractor in a bottle.
Oh.
So it helps with alignment. So you can just take this and same thing. You just put a drop on your finger and just rub it along your jaw. And so I'll try and do this. I'm not as good about it as I should be, but you can do this every night. Like if you know that you clench your teeth or you know you've got jaw dental stuff going on, this is a really powerful oil to help.
Oh, cool.
And it also, like, it's the bravery and the courage one, which you need to speak your truth, right?
And that one doesn't come in the kit, did you say?
This one is not in the Canadian kit. It might be in the US kit, but it's it's a really good next oil.
Nice, good. Okay, so then we have our forehead chakra, our third eye chakra. So this is, again, connecting to our crown, and it's that inner vision, that inner knowingness, but also if it's blocked, if it's congested or depleted, that's where our memory goes if it's not functioning properly. And also epilepsy, anything like that, paralysis is all connected to our forehead chakra, to our third eye, right? Yeah. Okay.
Crazy. So yeah, so I've just got a thing here saying like, in all of our intuition,
yeah,
and trusting ourselves. So a big one for this, like an affirmation that I really like to use, is I see life in new ways, or I trust my inner knowing, which is something that I've been working on a lot lately. It's just trusting that I know the answer. Frankincense is a really good oil for this. Frankincense is like beyond powerful. It's so like there's so many things about it that I can't say here. But
right.
If you Google frankincense or you want to chat about it, we can chat off of here. But it's just take a drop and just rub it right on your forehead. It's super calming. It's very good at increasing spirituality. It's awesome for meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in your diffuser, put it on your forehead, whichever. During meditation, it helps with inner strength. It's a really, really powerful oil. So, and I also like to just put a drop straight on my crown, but we can chat about that next.
That one's frankincense is definitely my favorite.
Oh, it's so good.
I play singing bowls as well, which also helps raise your vibrational frequency. But when you mix that with frankincense and go into meditation, so incredible.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. Do you have anything more with the?
Nope. I've got more for the next one. So.
Okay, cool. So now we go into our crown chakra. So, and anybody that's watching, if you just tap on the top of your head a few times and open up your crown chakra, take a deep breath in and let go. There you go. You can kind of just take a few seconds and be in that space. There you go. That is your crown chakra. That's how we activate our crown chakra. And so that is connected to our intuition as well, and also our pineal gland and our brain and our entire body. And so it's also good for illumination, again, meditating, self-realization. It's all connected, and developing that loving kindness. So if you've been through a lot and you're super angry and super stressed, work on your crown chakra. It'll do amazing, your crown and your heart. But you've got to work on them both together, but really opening up that crown chakra. And really, it's also spiritually developing oneness with the soul, like really connecting to that crown chakra will help you figure out who you are and being able to speak your inner truth, which again helps your throat chakra and your sex chakra and everything else.
So this one, again, so you can use oils right on the top of your head, which is probably one of the ways that I use my oils the most. I shouldn't say that. I use them lots of different ways, but I love using them topically on my head. And there's several that I will put on there, but it doesn't really matter what it is.
That totally, sorry, I just totally cut you off, but I'm like, that makes so much sense. So if you tap the top of your head and activate your crown chakra, and then use whatever oil that you're going for, because your crown chakra totally activates the rest of your body. So it's definitely safe to be putting oils there if you need it for somewhere else too, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So two really, or three, I guess, really powerful oils to use with your crown chakra are frankincense. So kind of like we chatted about before, it just helps increase your spirituality and your inner strength. And lavender. So this one is just to help kind of balance your body. So if you're feeling often, I think when your crown is off, you're feeling like you're just spinning and you're kind of all over the place.
I'm like, I can't hold this in. Yeah. So in pranic healing, lavender is really used as a divine healing energy because it has that purple energy. So you're bringing in divine healing. So you're actually like really activating and healing your body with that lavender oil too, because it has such really good energy with it. And purple. It's a really good spiritual energy.
Look at this. And so, yeah, and it promotes consciousness too. So and then love and the sense of well-being. So, and then the other one that makes complete sense is Northern Lights Black Spruce.
Oh, yes.
So it's like spruce trees in a forest are symbolic of an umbrella that are protecting us and bringing in energy from the universe. So it's just like thinking about a Northern Lights Black Forest, spruce forest. It's going to symbolize protection, recharging, rejuvenation, which is all things that are really good for our whole bodies.
Totally. That one. So, and that one is one of the highest frequency oils, right? Yes. That we have.
I think it's, like top 3 for sure.
Yeah. I think it's even a little bit higher than rose quartz rose essential oil. Sorry. When I was looking into it. So right now, with having to wear the mask when you go in public, like mainly school, my son actually takes the Idaho blue spruce and lavender with some carrier oil because it is pretty strong, but he rolls it onto his mask so that it's like on the side. So he's constantly smelling it all day long because at first his nose was burning so bad and he was so anxious about being in school and like all the energies right now. I don't want to go into this too much, but is like lots of fear-based stuff and anxiety, all that stuff. And so it really does help protect you from other beings as well. So when you're in that school or office, wherever setting around other people, having to wear your mask, then if you put it on the inside of your mask, you have that layer of protection as well.
For sure. Yeah. I think Idaho blue spruce is the highest, and then Northern Lights is next, and then rose.
Oh, okay.
It might be the Northern Lights might be higher. I can't remember.
Yeah, sure. I don't.
They're right up there. But another way with the masks too is to take a spray.
Yes.
And do that. Maybe I should do that, and I would be tempted to wear my mask more. Probably not.
Yeah. No. But it's good when you know that you absolutely have to wear it or you'll be in trouble. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
So oils are such a powerful tool to help us on this spiritual journey, a self-growth journey, working with all of our chakras and just releasing all of that stuff that we don't need to carry through this life with us.
Yes, I totally. Oh, thank you so much, Jenna.
No, thank you. This was really good. So I just want to, I think you want me to tell you how to get your kits? Yeah. So I'll show you what it looks like first of all. So you get this beautiful, beautiful little box, and it comes with a diffuser. And so inside of this box, you've got 10 oils. 11 oils, I guess. There's 10. Sorry. 10
which
on
ones,
top.
So which ones are they?
So there's copaiba, digize, frankincense, lavender, lemon, panoe, peppermint, purification, RC, thieves. And then you can take this thing out in your box, and then you've got your Northern Lights Black Spruce underneath here. You get a hand sanitizer, which we all know we need right now.
And that stuff goes a long way.
Oh, so far, yes. A couple Ningxia red juices, which we didn't really touch on, but they're like an antioxidant, keep you healthy kind of juice.
My skin feels so good after I drink them. I drink them daily. Sometimes, well, I guess twice a day is what I drink them now, but yeah.
Yeah. And then it comes with, a little roller top. So you can like pop this in to any of the oils that you want so that it's easy to use it topically. So you can just roll it right onto your crown or right onto your achy shoulders or right onto your temples or your neck or wherever. rather than having to get it on your hands and then rub it. The thing with oils though is you put it on your hands and they're not greasy. Like it's all soaked into your body. So it's not like with a coconut oil or something where you rub your hands and they're greasy for half an hour till it all soaks in, or you touch enough things that it disappears.
Yeah.
It's gone within seconds. So.
And I love also in this starter kit, I love the little bottles. At first I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do with these little bottles that they come with, the little samples, but they come in so like, they're definitely handy to have. I give them to a lot of my clients because a lot of time when we're in session, there'll be messages that come through that they need a certain oil. So I'll quickly just mix one up and then hand it to them. They're so nice to have.
So this stuff, it's like $450 of stuff. And you guys can get it for $199. Like, it's, knowing what I know now, I would get this thing. I have gotten it about 10 times over. It's such a good deal. The oils in here are so good for so many things. Like everything we talked about, chakras, and then things beyond that, like physical things that you may be dealing with as well that you're aware of. So now all you guys need to do is just jump on your computers or grab your phone and go to www.youngliving.com, and you will see you'll see a little bar at the top that says I think it's 3 little dots maybe, and it's a drop down menu, and it says become a member. On your computer, I think it might actually be right on the top right hand side. So click on become a member, and it's going to give you a bunch of different options for starter kits. This one that we chatted about is the premium starter bundle with the desert mist, is the name of this diffuser. So this diffuser will stay on for, I think it's 6 or 8 hours, something like that. Goes on all night. It's got different light settings. Lights right here. I don't know if you can tell. Not really. It's orange now. There's some red. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of different colors, and the color that you display
flickers like a candle too. There's one of those settings.
Yeah. And so pick premium starter bundle with the desert mist diffuser, and then you will scroll down. It's going to ask you about Essential Rewards. So Essential Rewards is a program that is going to help you get your valor and your believe and your abundance and your joy and all of your other necessities. All of the other things that you're going to want on this journey. So if you choose that option this month, you're going to get a free orange. Is it orange? Yes, it's a free orange oil. So 100% highly recommend doing this. I see, sorry, you've got my enroller number wrong there.
Oh, do I? Oh, that, I thought I fixed it.
That's okay.
Sorry. Hold on.
You want to use the enroller number and sponsor number of whoever it was that invited you here. So if Tara invited you, use her number. It's 2603710. If I invited you here, use mine. She'll pop them back and forth. Mine is 377-3071. If someone else within the team invited you, just send them a quick message and ask them for their enroller and sponsor number to put that in. Then you're going to scroll through. You're going to put in your name, your address, your basic information like that. It's going to ask you about your social insurance number. In Canada, we can skip over that. You don't need to put that in. In the States, I'm not sure. I'm sure they have social insurance numbers there. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, and then once you guys have grabbed this, send us a message and let us know, because we have a special little gift for anyone who grabs their bundle with us tonight and starts this amazing and wonderful oily journey with us. Because this is not a one-stop shop. This is totally a journey.
Definitely a journey. But I have some Instagram stuff here. So I just And definitely you can follow us for more information too, like lots of tips and all that stuff as well. You can follow Jenna on Instagram on Born Country Essentials. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can follow myself on Heart and Soul Essentials, HART. And I share lots of content on there, as well as we're both on Facebook too.
And we're both always around for questions.
Yes.
Send us a message. Messenger is probably the simplest. But yeah, we're very passionate about this. So
thank you, Jenna.
Oh, thank you for having me. This was really fun.
So fun. So this is the first of whatever we're creating here. So thank you guys for joining.
Thank you.
Okay, what time is it? It's 10 hours. We've been on for just a little bit over an hour, but I didn't even look at the comments as we're going through all of this. So I'm just gonna pull up a couple and see what's going on here.
Oh, there's lots.
Yeah. Can you see the comments on your end too?
I can, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. We really just got so into it.
Specific spots. Sarah Kikinger said, is there specific oils for specific spots? Not really. No, not really. Like you can use, oh, that's cool. No, I'm going to say no, there's not. There's certain ones that are more likely to be used. Like Digize is not typically one that you're going to put in the diffuser. It's more one that you're going to put on your stomach or your chest for indigestion or tummy issues. Probably not going to put it on your legs or your knees, that kind of stuff. But there's not really a wrong way to apply them.
Nice.
Oh, and yeah, Donna says Valor's in the Welcome Home Starter Kit. So there is different starter kits or starter bundles. I can't even think what's in the Welcome Home one. It's not one that I've spent a lot of time on because the value is so much higher in this premium one. But like it's worth, like I said, $450, and you can get it for $199. So if Valor is one that you want, it's in that kit. So
I love. I know I right away signed up with Essential Rewards, and just all the points that you receive are great to purchase all the extras.
There's so for if you start on the Essential Rewards program, for the first 3 months you get 10% back in points, and then for months 4 to 24 you get 20% back, and then months 25 on you get 25% back. So if you're ordering, and all you have to order in a month to be on this is 50 PV. So that's like a laundry soap and a cleaner. Like 2 things that you're using. You're not going to go through a bottle of cleaner probably in a month.
No.
But potentially I go through laundry soap. There's 6 of us who live on a farm. So things like that. Or I can order that 1 month, and next month I can order a couple bottles of Thieves or things like that. Like there's so much more or my makeup. There's so much more than just the oils. So the Essential Rewards program, by month 3, I'm earning 20% back. So I spend 100 points or PV, and I'm getting 20 points back already. So with that one order, you can get something for free.
And you do get extra free. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, with Essential Rewards, you do get the extra bonus oils too, versus just purchasing, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I think that we're going to end it here. Unless there's anything else, Jenna.
Oh, I think that was really fun.
It really was. Thank you.
Really vibing high right now.
Yeah. Good luck going to sleep. Hey. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you all for watching and joining us. And so these are going to stay up. We are going to share them within our groups and everything like that. You're welcome to share these videos as well and just really spread the content if you like. And definitely, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more stuff, more workshops and meditations and everything like that, I would love if you did. And so that's everything. I really just thank Jenna so much for jumping on board with this. It was something that was quickly created and birthed and everything. So
Yes, it was
amazing.
fun. Yeah. Thank you.
You're
Thank you for doing
welcome.
this. Okay.
All right. I'm just going to end it.